Donald Trump has started holding his coronavirus briefings again. And during one of his latest briefings, a reporter asked his thoughts about Ghislaine Maxwell, who of course has been charged with aiding and abetting Jeffrey Epstein with child sex trafficking. It's a pretty serious charge. And if you're a public official, maybe you don't want to weigh in on it the way that Trump does in this video.
Ghislaine Maxwell is in prison, and a lot of people want to know if she's going to turn in powerful people. And I know you've talked in the past about Prince Andrew, and you've criticized Bill Clinton's behavior. I'm wondering, do you feel that she's going to turn in powerful men? How do you see that working out?
I don't know. I haven't really been following it too much. I just wish her well, frankly. I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach. But I wish her well, whatever it is. I don't know the situation with Prince Andrew. Just don't know. Not aware of it.
Did he hear the wrong name?
No, he didn't. So I heard that video yesterday right before we went live, and I didn't really make too much of it because Trump's an idiot, right? Like, he's a moron, and he says all sorts of things that don't make sense. He doesn't think before he speaks. So I just kind of brushed it off as he's a dumb person, so he's gonna say dumb things. But CNN actually had a conversation about this that I think makes a lot of sense. So let's take a look at Dana Bash and see what her theory is on Trump's handling of that question.
It was stunning, especially since as president of the United States, the answer should have been, I'm not gonna comment. It's an ongoing federal investigation. But this is a classic Trump MO. That turn of phrase, I wish her well, is the same kind of turn of phrase that he used for people like Roger Stone and Paul Manafort and others who he later gave help to, but it seemed at the time was trying to send a signal to. And that's how I took it, that he wanted to use the opportunity to get it out into the ether that he's on her side. Whatever that means, for whatever reason, that's what he wanted to use in that moment.
I honestly think that theory makes a lot of sense. And the fact that he felt the need to mention how well he knew her, like, it's like he's giving her a signal like things will be okay. I'm looking out for you. So please don't cooperate with the authorities and don't give up the names.
Like conceivably of other people he knows or possibly even himself. But then like if he pardoned her in an obvious self-serving way, there'd be bedlam. Like,
oh yeah.
He couldn't
lots of bedlam.
Do that. Yeah. What are you thinking, Anna? You stupid. Yeah, no, he could do it and he'll do it. And like QAnon was all about like, it's pedophiles everywhere, we gotta stop. Oh, Trump just like pardoned one? That fits in, she must be working with them to find the pedophiles. Like nothing makes any sense whatsoever. The fact that he literally he hears that someone who's been accused of, I mean, I'm not gonna go super in depth in language and everything, but the things she's been accused of are abhorrent. She's a human monster. That's what she is. If even a tiny fraction of what a tiny fraction of all of the people who have said things has said is true, she is a monster. And he said, I wish her well. And we know how he talks about other sorts of people, labeling them terrorists and monsters and thugs and calling for their death, even years and years after we find out they're innocent, still wants them to have the death penalty. He thinks that this woman that he used to party with, wish her well. Maybe she was a human trafficker. Maybe she sexually assaulted a ton of people. I wish her well.
He's just such a bad person, Anytime I have these debates with my partner Christian about whether there's such thing as evil people who have like no redeeming qualities, I'm on the camp of believing that those people exist because I talk about Donald Trump every day. I read about Donald Trump every day. Christian's just he wants to find goodness in everyone. He's failed when it comes to Trump and others. But anyway, I love how I'm just like needlessly venting about the debates I have with my husband. But I wanted to also make a quick comment about Dana Bash because, I feel like Dana Bash she suppresses her take sometimes. And the reason why I say it is because every once in a while, not every once in a while, actually quite often, she'll have analysis or she'll have a take that's really on point, right? And then every once in a while, she'll say things like, oh, Trump gave one like 30-second statement that wasn't completely unhinged, and now he's presidential. Like that was the one time that I like lost it when I heard some of her commentary. And this is just me speculating. I feel like if she didn't have to deal with the restraints of working in cable news, I think she would have a lot of interesting perspectives to share with the world, and it just sucks that she can't.
When you sign up for a spend and save account at aspiration.com/TYT, we will plant 10 trees. Let's save the planet together.